Distance to the Sun. The distance to the Sun from the 9 planets ranges from 57.9 million kilometers to 5,900 million kilometers. Write an absolute value inequality that describes the possible distances from a planet to the Sun. Okay, so the best way to get at this is through words. Let's say, what's the not the average, but what's the middle distance? So the closest planet is, and I'm just going to write 57.9 here. 57.9. Is that Mercury? And Pluto, well, while it was still a planet, was 5,900. So here's 0, that's the Sun. Here's 5,900 out here. So what's the middle distance? And this isn't the average distance. This is right here in the middle. Okay, well, it is so it would be 5,900 minus 57.9, and then half of that added back to 57.9. So let's do that on our calculator. So we have 59, we have a calculator. 5,900 minus 57.9 equals, divided by 2 equals plus 57.9 equals. So that's 2978.95, and I drew this wrong here. 2978.95. We're not going to remember that. 29, because I want to relabel this. I want to this was the distance I wanted here. What was that again? 2978.95. 2798. 2798.95. And then what would these two distances be? Because this is really this is the wording of absolute value. Let's just find those two distances. They're going to be equal. And let's just show and make sure we did our math right. Oh, and I even wrote it wrong. 2978. This is 2978. And like I said, this is not an average distance. This is the mid distance. Right? The closest one is 57.9. The farthest one is 5,900. This is the midpoint of these two distances. So these two distances, these two red lines ought to be the same. So let's just double check that. If I didn't flub it again, okay, minus 57.9. Okay, so that's 2921.05. And what about this distance from here to here? That's 5,900 minus 2978.95. 2921.05. So those two distances are the same. And I'm going to write that number down. 2921.05. 2921.05. Now, so the average distance is 29, not average, the possible distances are 2978.45 plus or minus. Now, you've seen this plus or minus before in other areas, but this is also give or take. It could be as much as 2978.45 give or plus 2921.05, or that's the farthest one, 5,900, or 2978.45 minus 29.45 2921.05, which would be 57.9. So this is sort of the mid distance, and this is plus or minus the range. Okay, so you can kind of see the inequality already coming out here. And let's see, so this is going to be the distance is going to be, let's say, less than, well, let's say the absolute value 2921.05. So there's our plus or minus. And what's our distance? So we want to call this D plus this original distance 57. Oh no, sorry. It's this distance right here. It's this distance right here. $27 going to be minus, because we're going to think about it this way, we're going to back it out. The actual distance is going to be the distance minus, and why is it minus? We're going to see when we solve this 20, I keep transposing this to 2978.45. That difference is going to be less than or equal to 2921.05. And why is that? If we were to solve this inequality like we usually do, we would say, there's two cases here, this, all of this in the all this in the absolute value, so that, and I'll do it in green, that D minus 2,727.48.45 is less than or equal to the positive 2921.05. And the negative. It's greater than or equal to the negative minus negative 2921. This computer is going so slow. 21.05. And when you add 2978.45, you'll find the distance is going to fall in this interval right here, the one I described right there. Okay, good luck. Oh, I'm sorry, but this was the answer. Just to be perfectly clear, this was the answer for writing the possible distance in inequality form.